Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun
Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Hello there. Good afternoon to you. Good morning, good evening, or good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. Seems that we are almost starting late tonight. And from wherever you are joining me from, please share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Tell them that Maiyegun is live because we get to talk about. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. If you are joining me on YouTube, you know what to do. Click on that thumb up, under the video. You can even give me the thumb down if you probably just from the start you are already like you don't like what I'm about to do. Okay, but to my friends, before you settle down on YouTube, remember, give that thumb up. To my friends on Facebook, don't worry yourself. Even if it's just 100 people that manage to see the notification, Facebook can do whatever they like. That's why I've been asking you that if you don't want to miss anything at all on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, right? Go on to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Follow there. It's free. It's just the same way you are following me on Facebook anyway. Then if you are the type who love listening to the audio, which is a podcast in audio, you can go on to diasporaradiointernational.com. Which is the Diaspora Radio website. You will be able to listen to the audio version, and you can also get a link to all the video version too. They are all there for you, and to the vloggers who always love to download their Maiyegun's content. You are free. Pick them up, use them, share this, share the news, invite people, and let us get started. Thank you so much for joining me, and let me know. I don't know if I've actually been just talking and talking and talking. How is the audio? Because I love asking before we get fully started. Because once we get into this, we don't stop. And that interruption can really be a pain in the ass. So tell me, how is the audio? on your own screen. Thank you very much. People says it's good. On Facebook, my friends who managed to see the notification, how is the audio? Good. Thank you. Now, let us get started. You see, in other part of the world, even when coronavirus was really a big thing, the world was monitoring what their economy was facing. Some were preparing for what their economy would face, and they were preparing their citizens for what was coming. Even though they prepared, there were still people who became victims economically. Those of us who survived so far, economically, people got affected. People lost their jobs, businesses, and all of that. The case of Nigeria is different. Today, all the countries who had this pandemic, coronavirus, in 2020, they are now turning up positive economic improvement. Not that they've come out of it completely, but many countries are coming out due to different approach and the way they handle the whole wahala economy. That's what affects you. That's what affects everybody, right? However, in Nigeria, the case is different. I don't want to go into how they treated the coronavirus, okay? But I want to talk about what they have done to ruin, wreck, and destroy the only thing that affects you a lot, the economy. They brought insecurity. The insecurity, there is nowhere in the world that you will have insecurity and you will have any sensible or reasonable economic growth. And that is the situation of Nigeria. And also, there is nowhere in the whole world where government, who are battling in-house terrorism and including cross-border terrorists coming into their country. There is nowhere in the whole world where there is a country facing such giving amnesty to terrorists, except in Nigeria. So, when terrorism envelop your country, your economy is destroyed completely. You see, every other thing you are trying to do is just like you trying to survive through the strangulation, the economic strangulation brought about by insecurity. Buhari came in. When they came in, they said, how could Nigeria military, Nigeria Air Force, police, everybody, all of them, DSS, all of them, how could they allow over 200 school children to be kidnapped in Chibok? Remember Chibok, Abi? That's so unimaginable, unbelievable. How could that happen? Goodluck Egbere Jolantan was incompetent. He is an incompetent person. Send him away and bring in a lifeless Buhari, a retired Maiyegun General. You see all those generals who consider themselves as warriors because they can hunt antelopes and all of that, right? Bring Buhari, he will end Boko Haram in 3 months. How could they let them kidnap 219 school children? That's so impossible. It is so degrading. It is so demeaning. It is so insulting. It actually undermines the greatness of Nigeria. Blah, 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 blah. That's how you sold yourselves to terrorists. They came in. Boko Haram became something they now, are opened branches for. In fact, in the breaking news today, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, and the rest of all those armed terrorists, you won't believe it, oh. They actually came together today, and they agreed to work together in further destroying Nigeria. So they said they would do it in 3 months. But in 3 months, what did they do? They opened different branches of terrorists who unleashed never seen before act of, violence on the people, especially the people of the northern Nigeria. And we were all watching, not with so much surprise, but like, what's going on? How could this last this long? What happened to may God that you said we went there Boko Haram in 3 months. How come everything? Come on, calm down. We'll never see anything. Somalia will be better than Nigeria. Just wait. You remember who said that? Don't worry. Give him time. And in 6 years, no single terrorist arrested or tried or jailed. But on record, the same Boko Haram has released over 6,570 repentant terrorists in 6 years, not to jail, but free like birds. They destroyed the economy of the northern Nigeria. We watched them. They were doing it and doing it. In 6 years, in fact, 6 years is so long. Would you believe that between 2020 and 2021, 2021 is just half of the year now, they have kidnapped over 1,100 school children under these lifeless, fraudulent freeloaders. Over 1,000 school children. And out of these over 1,000 school children kidnapped between last year and this year, right, over half of them are still in the captivity of their kidnappers, ISWAP, Boko Haram, Fulani Bandits, and the rest of them. And right before our eyes, the insecurity escalated to the rest of Nigeria. While everybody was wondering, what is going on? What is going on? Some people were telling us, open your eyes. You are being recolonized. You are being captured. You have been surrendered. And before you know it, you will all become strangers in your own land. It was like a fairy tale, a very bad side of a very bad story. Something somebody is telling you that you believe that, well, you're making that up. That's never going to happen. So in 6 years, the insecurity spread. Today, while the rest of the world are talking about how countries are recovering from COVID-19, how jobs are now being created, people who lost their jobs, how they are getting back, how those who lost their businesses are being taken care of, and the economy is bouncing back little by little. In Nigeria, we are talking about cows. That is actually why everybody is angry. We are talking about cows. And when you look at the criminals who are parading themselves as the people in charge of Nigeria, they will then turn around. They have all run out of idea. It is so sad, so unfortunate that you don't have enough conscious people in Nigeria to see through that the charade, the nonsense going on, those hiding behind this one Nigeria, those who are parading themselves as your political representatives and whatever position they claim to represent. It is so heartbreaking that people are not so conscious enough to see that these guys have run out of idea. There is no new idea to get you out of this, to dig you out of this hole. Yet, they are telling you never to try anything new. When they talk, they either blame you, blame God, blame anything else except themselves. When they talk, they say, don't blame Buhari. Why are you blaming Buhari? Don't blame the military. Why don't you have defend yourselves? That's the hypocrisy part of it. Politicians will tell you to go and defend yourselves. Stop running away. Not everything you'll be waiting for police. All of you should group yourself and defend yourselves. Then you ask, I beg you, wait till we go defend ourselves from the AK-47 wielding terrorists, who come organized, armed to the teeth, right? And who are ready to kill anything that moves. Are we going to use stones and sticks to fight AK-47 wielding terrorists? Because if they find you with any gun, even if it is just a Dane gun, in any part of southern Nigeria, and you are not a Fulani man, you will be arrested. You will be prosecuted for either armed robbery, or they will prosecute you for terrorism. possession of illegal arms, okay? The cost running of small firearms, supplying weapons to terrorists. They will find all manner of crimes to charge you with. Then that brings us back to the hypocrisy. Defend yourself, defend yourself. Ow! Because they have no plan for you to defend yourself until you actually choose to defend yourself, which is actually the real thing to do. Look at this clown. I'm going to go to Katsina. That's where Buhari comes from. Okay? Today, they have a national negotiator for bandits in Nigeria. And when people said, why is Sheikh Osama Gumi, the Kaduna Osama bin Laden, how come that Gumi could locate terrorists, but the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, DSS, they cannot locate them? And people said, why are you trying to make up something that is not there? Don't join the bandwagon of those who are trying to make up something that is not there, because this is it. There is nowhere Gumi goes that Buhari did not know about. There's nowhere. And when I say nowhere, I mean, for every move he makes, including the contact he makes with the terrorists, where they are, there are a team of other negotiators who work with him, and they all get the endorsement, the funding, the security from the government, who is telling you to defend yourself against terrorists. Now, that is a leverage, right? That nobody in Igbo land, high or mighty, high or low, that is a privilege that you will never have, to say, I want to go and meet the IPOB members. I want to go and meet the ESN members who are genuinely defending themselves, defending their land, according to what politicians will say to you. Defend yourself, oh, defend yourself, oh. Nobody has that privilege, but Gumi has it. Because every time he has to go and meet terrorists, the DSS will be in his entourage, the police will be there, the Nigerian military will be there, and so many other security agents, including government representatives, emirs, sultan, and the rest of them. They are all in it. And let me tell you this, if you don't understand, instead of Buhari and APC, Egbekegbe, to come in and end insecurity at in northeast of Nigeria back then in 2015, if they have nipped it in the bud like they promised, and then they put stop to the influx of the terrorists they actually brought in for election, because they never believed they would win the election. Listen, they never in their imagination believed that any president will concede defeat. They were preparing for war. Just same way when Buhari lost in 2011. Buhari told his supporters that the infidels, they have committed I don't know if that's right? They have committed a sin against the chosen one, who happened to be him, the chosen one. Okay, so the infidels, if they lose, if Buhari lose the election, right, it is because of the infidels who are always corrupt to stop Buhari from changing Nigeria. That mentality is a jihadist mentality, and therefore, immediately Buhari lost the election, because according to his today's Votron, all these jihadists you have today, right? According to them, as long as Buhari wins in northern Nigeria, is one everywhere, should be president. Who cares about where all of you come from? They don't play with that, and that's the mentality. Immediately, Buhari lost election for the third time in 2011 against Goodluck Egbere Jonathan. They declared war. But then, they used their supporters. Okay? And that was when they killed all those NYSC youth corpers they killed in Bauchi, right? Because according to them, the election was rigged for Goodluck Egbere Jolantan by youth corpers who worked for INEC. That was what they told them. And Buhari never, ever admit to have inspired that killings that happened then. Now, in 2015, they've changed plan. This time around, they were prepared and ready for war. So they were not expecting Goodluck Egbere Jolantan to say, okay, all of you want time, come and take. Sure, you want to be president, or you take him. They didn't expect that. Which means they had no plan for peace. They had no plan for development. They have no plan whatsoever for security. And they had no plan to disarm those they brought for election. They just wanted Jonathan to say he won, right? Then they would just start these mass killings. Like it would be like well, that was what they planned. I don't know, maybe that was what they told Jonathan, and he was like, my election is not worth the life of anybody. See, there's no point. If you want time, you take him. And today is the envoy to Buhari, is the errand boy to Buhari. He jump everywhere, wherever they say, good luck, Jonathan, you are going to jump. It's just going to ask them, how high? Good luck, Jonathan. You know, we can just bring up your destiny now, and then before you know it, all this your freedom will take it away from you. Remember? Now, we want you to lick Buhari's ass. Jonathan will just ask, for how long, sir? Sir, for how long? And that is why, today, it will never be like Buhari, who was pretty much telling all of you in 2015 that he's better, making different statements. When you ask Jolanta, you say, I'm a gentleman, you know, a former president, I can go in and advise him. He's not going in to advise anybody, right? So since he didn't stay back, they couldn't disarm the terrorists they brought to the border of Nigeria. And now those terrorists who they told that the moment they take over Nigeria, Nigeria is their own. They are everywhere now. No wonder there is no plan to stop them. The only plan that is available is to placate them and give them as much as possible, including settling them in Nigeria and give them their own local government areas, which will never happen. It will never happen without war. You can take that from me. You are not going to create a Fulani local government areas in any part of Yoruba land without war. And let me tell you something, you can't win it if that should happen. So whatever trick you want to use, whatever logic, whatever things you think you are smart about, you are dealing with the wrong generation, the generation that will never buy your lies. And that is why you're having trouble with us. That is why social media became your nightmare. Because you won't lie to us and get away with it. Defend yourself, defend yourself. And because they gave him the platform, because they gave Sheikh Osama bin Laden, Gumi, the Kaduna Osama bin Laden, they gave him the coverage, they gave him the money, they gave him the movement, they highlight his location and the location of the terrorists, because instead of them to end insecurity, to end terrorism, since they don't have any plan to end it, they just commercialized it. Somebody once told me, and he said, Maiyegun, APC, PDP came to teach Nigeria how to steal, how to loot, and be so bold-faced, and still ask them to vote for you in any election that I will save you. PDP taught Nigerians that for 16 years, stinkingly, incredibly, and dangerously useless human beings who populated that party too. For 16 years, they taught Nigerians how to be better thieves and loot and be bold enough about it. But when the APC, the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, when they promised you that they were going to change all of that, somebody told me that, Maiyegun, what APC came to do is to legalize everything
PDP started, they will legalize corruption. They will legalize impunity. They will legalize incompetence. They will legalize this tribal profiling, okay? And they will also legalize terrorism. And that's exactly what they did. They commercialized it. It has now become a multi-billion-dollar industry in Nigeria. Kidnapping for ransom. Nigerian security defense budget is almost half of your national budget, even though they don't have any money. But they budget so much that these guys have spent over 10 trillion naira. Or in 6 years, over 10 trillion naira fighting Boko Haram. Same way Obasanjo spent, Obasanjo said he was going to spend 16 billion, and he eventually spent over $3 billion dollars on electricity. And for that 16, or for his own 8 years, Obasanjo could only generate darkness. Egbere Jolantan came, he invested his own billion, spent over 11 billions on electricity. He himself was able to generate darkness. Then they brought in Fashola, the Saleko Barack Obama. They made him super minister of power, this, power, that, and all of that. For 6 years now, the only thing they could generate also is darkness. So they spent trillions of naira in the effort of trying to arm the military so that they can defeat terrorism. But now, bobo, because they only came to commercialize it. Haven't they commercialized it already? Don't you see Sheikh Osama Gumi? And they said DSS arrested him. DSS this. He said, just shut up, waiting with DSS. Because they gave him the platform, Gumi is now saying, oh, look at the IPOB. They are more dangerous than Fulani terrorists. Why won't he say that? Isn't that what all of them do? Whenever you fail in everything, when you look around, when you look left and right, and you see nobody to blame, who do you blame? The dot in the circle. You blame the Biafrans. You blame the Igbos. It's because of these Igbos. It's because of them. They are the one. Is that not what you do? That's exactly what Sheikh Gumi, somebody who is meeting with terrorists, negotiating with them, asking the government to give them amnesty, asking the government to employ them as security in our forest. Imagine that. Now, he had this to say just before the news of him being arrested.
IPOB is attacking the police, is attacking the army, is attacking INEC, government institutions, killing our men in service. And the herdsmen are kidnapping children, not to kill them, to get money. So how can you compare somebody who's killing our gallant men in the armed forces directly, attacking them, to somebody who's kidnapping children to make money, not to kill them? Look, we need some fairness in what we are doing.
Students
and when we say herdsmen, look, herdsmen.
Students were murdered.
Let's finish. By literal studies in universities, they say there is 9.5 million nomadics, pastoralists, and herdsmen in the forest. So when you have some few thousands are kidnapping, you can't generalize and say all herdsmen are bad. In fact, the herdsmen are the first victim of these criminals among them. And they are ready to cooperate with the government. They just need the support. They don't want profiling. When you see a herdsman, you say automatically it's a criminal. So with good engagement by the government, this case, I see it as easy as drinking a cup of tea, really.
Kidnapping school children, collecting money. Do you see how he put it? Oh, they are just kidnapping children for money. You cannot compare them with... that is the lowest that you have become as a country, for those of you who are defending that contraption. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. The first man, even though he's the first terrorist to overthrow a democratically elected government in Nigeria. The first terrorist to do it, his name is Buhari. Even becoming the president, Somebody who have no regard for rule of law, who have no regard for respect for anything, except the barbaric, animalistic attitude that they all kind of, display or have, even despite becoming president of Nigeria through the power of gun in 1984-85. The Were still organized how to kidnap somebody. That one ran away. That one, they can accuse him as a thief in Nigeria. And he was in Shagari's government. When Buhari now overthrew Shagari and he declared himself the president, the person who can fix Nigeria. He destroyed Nigeria, and for the first time in Nigeria's history since independence, Nigeria entered recession. The first time. That was when this madman and the one they forced on you now, that's when he first took over power, destroyed democratic system, and made himself president. One of the ministers, or I don't know, I'll tell you, he ran away to London. Yeah. When he got here, he was staying here. Buhari was like restless. As a first time, as a top kidnapper, he arranged that they should kidnap the person from the UK, drug the person, put him in a crate, and ship him down to Nigeria using the diplomatic cover. Is that not criminal? He couldn't wait to use any legal means to retract it. No, that's nonsense. Bring him back. I'm going to shoot him. That's what he does. While he is a stinkingly corrupt criminal and illiterate. Let me share that with you. So when Gumi talks about kidnapping children, kidnapping is something that IPOB doesn't kidnap people. ESN doesn't kidnap anybody. ESN are in the forest. They are those that people say, defend yourself. Even though they were expecting you to defend yourself with a stone and stick, while their own AK-47 terrorists will walk in and shoot you. They will use you learn how to shoot gun. Imagine somebody will just graduate from University of Banditry, or somebody who just graduated from the College of Boko Haram, and they say, yeah, go for Haiti. They will now come to your village because your government has taken the weapon that you can use to defend yourself. They've taken it away from you. They have denied you state police. They have denied you the right to arm yourself and defend yourself against any invaders or invasion, right? Because they have done that. They will now send those terrorists to you. See somebody where they do IT, bandits where they do IT. Can't they shoot you? Because they said, defend yourself. With what? With stones and sticks. ESN chose to defend themselves, the Biafrans, and they decided to go into that forest and confront those who are coming in before they start kidnapping their children from schools, before people will start paying ransom for their children, before they start shutting down schools in eastern Nigeria as well, in Biafra land. They said, defend yourself. They are defending themselves, yet Nigeria is killing them, hunting them down. And you know why? Because those who come to kidnap, those who come to kill you, those who do all these things to you, they are coming from the school of thought of Buhari in 1984. Let's go back a bit.
Scotland Yard anti-terrorist branch detectives and Essex police scene of crime experts spent most of the night in Stansted's cargo area collecting evidence. 2 Mercedes cars parked near the cargo terminal came in for close inspection. Both carried discs showing they belonged to the Nigerian High Commission. Just before dawn, a long convoy of police vehicles pulled out of the cargo compound. Among them, a large green lorry. It carried the crates in which Dr. Diku and 2 other men were discovered. All 3 had been drugged. Customs men at Stansted had raised the alarm about the crates, which were marked diplomatic property and labelled for Nigeria. Shortly after the discovery of the 3 men, a diplomat believed to be Nigerian was seen leaving the airport. Dr. Diku was taken to a nearby hospital. He's being kept in a ward at the back, guarded by armed police officers. A close check is being made on everyone entering the hospital. All cars and vans are being stopped at the main gate. Only hospital staff and patients with appointments are being allowed in.
That was way back in 84, when a terrorist took over power in Nigeria. And that terrorist was the same person, or is the same person now, Muhammadu Buhari. And this is where Sheikh Osama bin Laden Gumi confirmed that there is nowhere he goes to meet all these bandits. That Buhari doesn't know about. DSS know. They are the ones who provide security for him. What else do you need to know that why they are killing you in every part of Zamfara, as they are killing you in Niger, as they are killing you in Taraba, hunting you down in Borono, in Katsina, in all these places, as you are all shouting Sai Baba, as Sai barbarians, yeah? Your government deliberately left you to die for God knows why. And they actually want the rest of us to die, waiting to be killed. What do you say of this?
Nobody invited me for questioning or any arrest. I can categorically say that. But since when I venture into the forest, I go there with full security, with the police, with the knowledge of the SS, with the government officials, with the traditional rulers, and with the Fulani leaders. I never went alone. So all along, I've been doing it with the government, and there is no any difference between us and the authority. So people should have their peace.
No difference between us and the government. Did you hear that? So, the whole world is talking about how to come out of coronavirus pandemic, how they can rejig their economy and bring it back to life. In Nigeria, they are talking about how many people got kidnapped today. Where did you see cows today? And what can we do to make sure that we help to put cows on ranches by building ruga for them? Until we decide on what to do, in Katsina State, the governor says, defend yourself. But there is this report I'm going to share with you. It's about 10 minutes long. The credit to this, content goes to Dikebu, which did the comprehensive investigation about what how porous the northern border is, and at the same time, why that has brought untoward death, destruction, and complete ruins to the lives of the people in many of that part of the country, whereby the influx of these terrorists are also what is now being dealt, dealing blow on the people of the southern Nigeria. Let's watch this first for about 5-10 minutes. If you have the time, sit back and relax. It is pretty much a bit disturbing. So I'm going to say, well, maybe all of us be Oyinbo. So let's say waiting go kill us. We have to be physical in a way. But however, if you find it a little bit distressful at some point, you can lower the volume, okay? And you can drop the comment. I can stop it. For some of my friends who can be sensitive to this can really be a tough one. But relax. Let's enjoy it for a minute.
Cameroon, Chad, and Niger. One would imagine that all 4 international borders are properly guarded to fend off unwanted persons and items, but this is not the case. With the rise in terrorism and banditry, attributed sometimes to migrants, mercenary, and aliens,
when they come, we just rush to the town. We go to the bush and hide there. That's what we escaped from the activities.
For how long are you hiding in the bush?
More than 100.
Huh?
I used to stay there for more than 3 months.
3 months?
Every day I go there every day.
In the bush?
The bush.
You people left your homes and...
We used to stay there from 8 to 4 p.m. From 8 p.m. to 8 to 4 a.m. we stay there.
Yeah.
In the bush.
Wow.
We hide there.
For up to 3 months?
Up to 3
In the morning you come back to your house and they are not attacking in the morning or in the afternoon, only at night?
Attacking in the morning.
Wow. And this is the same experience with everybody in those villages?
Of course.
So, but when they attack, then you people used to call police. Why does it take long to come? Like, why?
So we cannot say the reason.
Have you lost someone to the bandit?
Of course, we have lost about first time. At first attack, we have lost four persons. Then second, 6.
You mean in your family or where?
In the town.
In the town.
In the
Okay.
town.
Okay.
In my family, I lost 2 persons.
Who is that?
Nasru and Abakar.
Are they your brothers or
And they are my brothers.
your younger brothers? Most of them are
16 years.
most of the attackers
Yes, most of them.
under 16.
They are small boys. They
Okay.
just give them a gun and go and shoot people. They don't have family. They don't have children. They don't know the importance of children. So that's why they can kill everybody.
Who gives them gun? Can you give us? Who gives them gun?
They are leaders. They are there.
Huh?
They are leaders.
In the bush?
Yes.
Most of them stay in the bush.
They stay there. They stay there all the time.
Which forest?
This is between Zamfara and Katsina.
What's the name of the forest?
Dajim Rubu.
Rubu. Rubu forest.
Yes.
That's where they stay.
Yes.
Kwarai da gaske.
Ta yaya?
To ta gashi da yanzu an tilasta mu gudun hijira garin Batsari. Da kaga muna zaune ƙauyukan mu.
Kana kike zaune?
Ni Ruma nake.
Amma
yanzu dole da dawo Batsari nake zaune. Dole an sanya mana gudun hijira yanzu ga.
Yaya suke zuwa?
To lokacin kaga tun suna zuwa da tsakar dare. Ba za mu yi bacci ba mu samun yin bacci sai mun ga ƙarfe 3:30 ta yi sannan mu koma gidajen mu kwana. To har ta kai ƙarfe 11, 12 sai su zo ga gari. Don sadda suka zo garinmu ƙarfe 11 da minti ko 13 ne?
Na dare.
Suka shigo garinmu.
Na dare.
To wanda ni tun daga wannan lokacin naga an zo an tarwatsa mu an kwashe duk dukiyar garinmu. To kuma an kashe mu dangi. Don ko da gari ya waye sai da muka zana idan
farkon gari suka fara koko bayan gari ko wallahi ko ina da ina kewayen wasan kai dan mu lokacin ran da son ka fara shiga ma muna cikin daki son ka rike mana nan bugun kwano da suka dadara wuta Allah ɗaya ne mu arziki mu Allah ya sa suka sa wuta ba su tsare ba inda Allah ya sa su tsare wallahi mu kan da mun kone to sai sun ka dora sai muka samu sa amma ka hito maka kashe wuta dan nan suka zo suka ji hake da masu suka da Allah suka kawo kofar gida za su sa masa wuta wanda son ka turu da jirgi ta hisa son ka wace ba su tsaya ba suka koma kuma wani shekara kuma suka sake dawowa kuma suka ƙara shiga cikin gidaje suka shiga nan cikin gidan suka ji ake tsohobi suka yanke suka kashe su cikin ɗaki.
To lokacin da abin ya faru gwamnati ta yi yunkurin ta kawo jami'an tsaro ko kuma a kawo muku ɗauki lokacin?
Komi ba a kai mu ba, abin da ta yi gwamnati ba ta kai mu komi ba, ba wani tsaro wanda ta yi komi ba a kai mu ba. Har yau har gobe ba ga komi mu dai.
Lokacin kin ce mun ba kamar akwai sojoji an ce an kai sojoji garin ku da sojojin ba sa nan.
A sojoji sai da abin ya faru har ta faɗa sannan an ka kai su da baya. Ba suna an kai.
To yanzu sojojin da a can kwana suke yi ko ne zuwa suke suna.
To ni gaskiya sojojin nan ko da an kai su har yanzu ba zuwa garin nan ba ina nan. Shi da miji na shi ke zuwa na rawa amma ban tai bane.
Yanzu kamar yanzu.
Cikin garin mu suke dutsen garin suke ban sani ba suna kewaya can ba su kewaya ban sani ba.
To abinda a masaladin wanga abu akuwa ta yi mu dai yaran mu sun ta yi daji wurin zinari da suka tahi suna nan sai suka mutane da babura sun zo bakin gebe da suka zo sai suka yi halbiya yaran mu suka wace suka tarwaki.
Thank you very much. There is more, which I don't think time will let me share all of that. But there is something said by one of those terrorists who is in power anyway, one of those terrorists in power, and it is the governor from Katsina State who is asking people to defend themselves in his words.
It is time, based on what Professor Kurpi has said and what I know they have been doing, to call on all of us as citizens of Katsina State to see what can we do. I think the era, like he said, of sitting, accusing federal government, accusing the military, accusing the police, accusing the government, accusing the local government, accusing the traditional institution is over and should be over. Security is our responsibility. Why are we surrendering our responsibility to some people? I cannot see how more committed a police officer or a military officer can be more than any one of you. Why should I sit in my village, Katsina, Masari, sorry, in my village, and be only making telephone calls without doing nothing? Every bandit, every criminal has an address, has a location, and they are human beings like us. The only difference is that they have taken arms against us. Does it mean we have nothing to take against us, against them? Do you mean that we should vacate all our villages, all our farms, all our houses, and surrender them to bandits, and wait for a police officer, General Emeka, all the way from Enugu to come to Kaduna and rescue me? This is ridiculous. Why? Look, I think part of also what this Katsina initiative needs to do is to go around to all these local government. Let us talk to the people. Defend yourself. Are you telling me if you hear somebody breaking your door, he wants to steal your property, you will go under the bed and wait for until he comes in? And it's better to confront him. Either way, either you die, all of you, or you succeed. Kuma in ka kaje aka kashe ka wurin tsara abin da yake hakkinka jihadi ne. Tsoro kuma ba hujja bace. Kuma ba an ce ba na ka kuna bakin waje bane. Yo ina ka dan suke ne. Ko ne yanzu abun ya lalace ne. Look,
Really, I just want you to hear him say that, okay? It's not that it's making any sense. Now, look at that guy. That is the governor from Buhari state. Does this sound different from Buhari? Does it sound like somebody who has any kind of intelligence or any sense at all? But he's probably the best, the most wisest person after Buhari from Katsina state. He's talking like somebody who knows what he's talking about. We are talking about terrorists. People who kidnap thousands of people. That even this Werebelo, Masaku, or Masari, or whatever, had to travel kilometers of distance into the forest, into the jungle. And he met with the terrorist. Let me tell you a story. That buffoon, that idiot talking there. He's a governor. And when you're talking about people with sense, they will say, are you saying you have more sense than a governor? Do you know what it takes to be a governor? In Nigeria, now foolish people, they lead foolish people. That's why they said there's a country of 200 million mumu. Watch that. I'm not a mumu. I'm not a mumu. You know, I'm not a mumu. You're not a mumu, but you are being led by the worst of you. And you are not mumu. No, you're not. You see that guy talking jack nonsense, that rubbish. His state is enveloped. His state is currently under the control of terrorists. Kidnapping people for ransom, school children. When you hear about Kankara, Kagara, when you hear about this school kidnappings of 600 school children, 500. Now that guy from that state. So he decided to travel down into the jungle to go and see the new sheriff in town. He is the governor, but there is a sheriff. The guy mad past madness. The governor had to go and see him, to go and see who is this guy. When they got there, the governor sober, the soldier that followed him, because they do all these things. They know where these guys are. They do. But it's a business for them. He traveled into the jungle where people from Katsina, they are in captivity. Person where they keep them, the governor entered there. The governor, they laugh. Soldiers, they take pictures. DSS, they take selfie. Terrorists come, they pose with gun. You know, some of you have seen the pictures on social media. Some of you have seen the video. As usual, I'll try and find the video. But you have seen the picture. That's the Masari. Last, ask me how much they collect from him. 980 million naira. After first, they collected 500 million cash. Because they made a deal that the terrorists will release some of the people in captivity. So, as Masari was returning back, happy, coming back from the lion's den, he walked into Katsina with 1,300 and something people kidnapped by terrorists after giving them money. He walked in like a gala. He said, we have defeated terrorism. We are working toward progress, blah, 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 blah. It was, for a few days, he was a star guest on so many media houses. He was telling them how Katsina is battling with insecurity, how Mr. President Buhari, the lifeless breathing mannequin, is helping them to fight insecurity, blah, 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 as usual. Now, so Kasala come bust. I don't know where to tell her from Abuja. Like I said, the deal no gel well. Or maybe they gave the kidnappers fake money. Something shall no go well. Kidnapper come provoke. Kidnapper who got money. And from the money, they don't twitch up, clean up, freshen up, get some arms and all of that. Maybe they discover sin a fake money or anything. I don't know. Something shall happen. Somehow, they told Masari that no deal. No deal again. You see those one where they here? Now sell, we go sell them. Everybody will get family for here. If you have your family in this captivity of a Boko Haram den in Katsina, you have to, in Rubu, you said that place they call Rubu, Rubu Forest. So you have to come and pay money. We are not taking money from government again. They are not honest people. You people won't disgrace me. I've told the whole world that Mr. President has worked so much to bring peace. I gave you people 500 million. You know, not if you even give me 1 month subscription. Just few days. You know, don't send one in. Which level? They say, no. We don't want to deal with government. It's a bad business. That's what they have turned it into. Kidnapping, banditry in that part of the country. And the government officials, the security agents, and the rest of them, they are all in on it. They didn't let him enjoy his new fame of securing the release of 1,300 and something people from the bandits. You know, that's a very big thing. They did media, paparazzi, everything. I think they even took them to Abuja to go and see Buhari. I can't remember. But it was a big thing. But last. 500 million fiam. They're like, no, that's a very bad business because, it's easier to kidnap 100 people, collect like 400, 500 million, instead of dealing with government, politicians that will pay them 500 million and they will write it down that they pay them 1 billion and they will collect so many people. That's a bad deal. So they told Masari, that's a madman that's talking there, that's talking like somebody who is serious, who loves his people. Some people will say, I love this Masari because I love this. This is the kind of governor I love. You are so mumu. You are so mumu that your shame, they shame me. Knowing that your mumu is so deep that I don't know what else can make you understand. So, Masari, who now have the Google map, the Google direction to the Boko Haram camp, he gave it to the Nigerian military and said, you know what? These boys are stupid. Take the road map, the Google map it is. Just follow this place and you get to their camp. Just finish all of them. Now, so they said soldiers, 14 soldiers. So we saw them, they are not many. We need well-trained soldiers, go there, this place. Masari just give those soldiers. As they get there, last 30 minutes, the terrorists killed all the 14 soldiers. All of them. Pata pata. Hey! Una don't kill 14 soldiers. That's where the Kasala was made official. That same weary that is now talking. You see him looking like he's angry. How can you say somebody bring a gun? He's a human being like you. If you bring a gun, you are not just going to go and run under your bed. If you run under your bed, they will burn the house, burn you inside the house. That's what they do. And they are cowards. They don't come and fight you during the day. They come at night. You heard their story. So when politicians says fight them, defend yourself, don't be so stupid to believe them and start telling people that everybody should defend themselves. We defend yourself with what? With stone and stick. Because if they see you with gun, now shoot and go shoot you. Is that not what they are doing to the ESN now? They are hunting those who are defending themselves down. You from Zamfara, you from Borono, you from all these places where your people are either, some of you have even forgotten your family members in the hand of kidnappers. You have considered that maybe they are dead since you don't see them again. Yet, you are clapping that the same soldiers that should be busy protecting you, making your life meaningful, so that you can live in a place where economic activities really goes on, that can really change your life without you having to be a Buhari idiot in general, like for you. I'm just saying. The soldiers are in the eastern Nigeria, hunting down those who are defending themselves. As they said, defend yourself, they said, defend yourself. So what is your joy, Salisu, from Zamfara, where they can kill you the next minute, or some of you have even run away from Zamfara? You are happy that the soldiers that should protect you, protect the women, protect the children from those bandits and terrorists, those soldiers are in eastern Nigeria, killing innocent people, innocent women, innocent children, young people like you, old people like you. Yet, the terrorists that are killing your own people, sending you away from your farms, they are having few days because they have a national negotiator. But well, if nobody is speaking for you to have your own country, if you don't get anything to do, we have those who are more serious that Biafrans should go. And they are actually Northerners too. And I think, in true sense of it, we will listen to them. Let them go, please.
On the processes we have started on the issue of Biafra. We have been approaching the issue in stages. We first wrote letters to all northern emirs and chiefs. Later we wrote to the National Assembly. Now we have just taken the third step, stage 3. We are coming now from the registry of the Federal High Court of Nigeria, Abuja, where we filed an originating process asking the court to determine finally either the termination completely of the issue of Biafra or uphold it. And we are also asking for an order restraining the federal legislature from going ahead with the current review process of the Constitution, 1999 Constitution, pending the determination of this monumental issue of the unity of Nigeria. We are insisting that there has to be a nation first with a people and consent before we have laws to govern the way we live. So, like I said, we have just filed the processes. They are here. They have been endorsed by the registry of the Federal High Court in Abuja. And we have first a motion on notice. The plaintiffs here, applicants, are Nastura Ashir Sharif, Balarabi Rufai, Abdulaziz Suleiman, and Aminu Adam. And the defendants, respondents, are the Attorney General of the Federation, the Senate President, the Speaker, House of Representatives, and the National Assembly. It's a motion on notice brought pursuant to Order 26, Rule 1, and Order 56, Rule 1 of the Federal High Court Civil Procedure Rules of 2019. We are seeking, we are praying for an order of interlocutory injunction restraining the second, third, and fourth defendants from continuing with the process of further reviewing or amending the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, pending the hearing and determination of the substantive suit. 2, and for such further order or other orders as the Honorable Court may deem fit to make in the circumstance. We have filed 4 grounds of appeal supported by a 42 paragraph.
You think say they're wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. And then throw the guy.
Exactly. What he is trying to tell us there is that they are asking the National Assembly, everybody listed in his court case. So if you are a Biafran, somehow, I don't know if I should say this to you, all right? But that's how I feel this moment. Maybe you already knew, by the way. Maybe I'm the one who's probably just validating and, re-verifying that to you, that if you knew, I myself, I now know that, you see, it'd be like, say, some kind of, let's put it this way, some kind of terrestrial influence is involved in this your Biafra freedom struggle. Again, some of you may believe that already, but somehow, what that guy was saying there is that They are asking courts to make the Nigerian government and the National Assembly to amend the constitution that will allow the Biafrans to decide so that they can go. And that is coming from somebody who wants to threaten the southern Nigeria, that if they don't allow open grazing, free grazing of cows, they are going to make sure that every southerner living in northern Nigeria is also evicted. Now, the same guy, we don't know who they pay their money, and I'm very sure that it will never be Nnamdi Kanu paying him too. Okay? So I don't know who they pay him. The guy is in court with his group, begging Nigeria, begging court to give an order. The National Assembly in Nigeria, they must listen to the Biafrans and let them go. Make them go. And so all of them go wake up one day and say, you know what? Make them go. And as that time comes, joyous comes in the morning. My dear brothers and my dear brothers and sisters in Oduduwa land, if you still don't believe it is almost time, okay, we will give you your time to come to that reality. They will wake up one morning when this whole heat becomes so fire and red. They will say, you know what? We'll just wake up. Everybody, they go. And at that point, now those who were ready, those who see it or saw it coming then, there will be those that will easily embrace it. There will be those that will easily live in the reality of them and be involved in creating the country that they have been hoping for. Dear brothers and sisters in Biafra land, something is fighting your battle. And if not for anything else, with this, trust me, there are more to come. All we are asking for is not war. It is not fight. It is just to say, yes, we have those who believe in Nigeria. They are from Biafra. We have those who believe in Nigeria who are Yorubas. Of course, you can't deny them. They are still Nigerians. And the only thing there is that they will now have choice for the first time in their own life. Referendum gives you an opportunity for the first time in your life to be part of the country you are living in. And that part and that participation will be so impactful that you will feel it. Even if you're one Nigerian, referendum gives you the opportunity to say that with all your chest. I can drink my tea. Referendum lets you do that. So it's an opportunity for everybody. The moment we come to that reality, oh no, the better is going to be for all of us. I'm not fantasizing. It is time. Very, very close. And that's why we said, listen, call your brother, call your sisters, brothers, sisters. The waiting is almost over. Waiting in the wilderness of where people who said, except the same will talk, there will be no talk. The people saying the status quo must remain. I beg ye, mount the pressure, turn on the heat, use your social media platform, use everything you have, every day of your life, as long as you breathe, as a Biafran, as Oduduwan, use what you have, turn on the heat. When you wake up in the morning, turn on the heat. When you want to go to bed at night, turn on the heat. Use your platform to keep the heat burning. They will break. The same way Nigeria broke so many people to believe that there is no way out. Stop wasting your time. Stop shouting here and there. Those who believe that they've conquered, they've won everybody, or in fact, they've subdued everybody, they are under the heat. They are sweating in the cold. Please, keep it on. Do you know why they go to bed every night and start figuring out how can we stop social media? How can we break it down? How can we threaten people? How can we do this or that? Do you know why they go to bed every night? Because we keep the heat on. Very soon, they will begin to say, okay, oh, yeah, who could do the referendum then? Yeah? And you and I will say, I don't know how to sing very well, but you know what I mean? We'll sing the victory song of We Saw It Coming. And yes, it will come. Keep it alive. Keep it on. Continue to do your best to enlighten people to reject what will kill them, what is killing them. Because those who have taken over that place right now for the past 6 years, the damages they have done so far is probably incomparable to the damages they are about to do. Because now it's pretty much like unleashing war on the rest of us. And they said, defend yourself, defend yourself. With what? So keep it on, so that one morning you will just see Babangida, they do press release. Say, may you make Biafra they go. Say, IBB. Now, are you sure that's the original video? They say about an original IBB. They say maybe Biafra they okay. Then you watch again, you will see go on. Obasanjo. They do their normal Christmas video release. Oh, break up. Oh, break up Nigeria. So, something like that, It doesn't really have to make any sense, but you get the message. Break them up, break them up. Where did they go on? I know that time will come, but give it time, which means keep the pressure on, keep it on. Let them continue to tell you that you're wasting your time. We will make sure that that 2023 election they are planning and all of that is the worst of all their plans. It's going to be the worst of all their perfect plans that will never work the way they plan it. Just wait and watch. Buhari will make it easier for us to do that. You know why? Every common sense things that you may think will put things right, but Buhari and his gang will jeopardize that. They will truncate it, and they will force their own on you. And you, with your intelligence and everything, you will just sit down there and say, oh boy, I'm tired. Ask some people today, when you ask them about those who usually tell you a lot, ideas, beautiful ideas on how Nigeria will be this or that. When you talk to them today, they'll say, see, my brother, I am tired. Thinking about Nigeria alone will make you feel so tired. I've written books, I've written articles, I've written journal, I've attended seminar, I've done this and that, telling people, see, Baba, Nigeria's situation is beyond remedy. I am tired. If you want me to enjoy my stay here, please, can we not talk about Nigeria? I don't know how many of your friends that have told you that they are tired, but I'm not tired. Okay? Talking about it until those who brought us to this state of tiredness are completely retired, either into prison or into grave, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. But for now, I think I'm tired talking. So I'm going to see you some other time. When you have the time, join me tomorrow. That will be me from here. To all my friends who joined tonight, thank you for your time. Elena M, thanks for your super chat there. I saw it, and your super sticker. Same goes to Smart Osawaru, Edopolo. So thank you very much, Baba SOE, for your super sticker and super chat. Okay, I'm going to read your super chat. The most disgusting thing about this is that this Fulani is a Mauritanian. How did we get here? We do know how we get here, Baba. How do we get out of here? That should be the next thing. And how do we get out? We will force them to have that conversation. If they don't want to have it, trust me, to take over our land or to take over our lives as they are already doing, send us out and then turn us into slaves and all of that, right? There will have to be war. Like, we don't want war, but guess what? They brought it to us. It will have to be war to give it up. That's they probably will want. No amount of federal power, federal cover, federal nonsense they say they have, or the federal might and nonsense they say they have, right? It will have to cost us our lives for them to take over our land. I'm not joking. Femi Opono Adesina said the same thing. He said, your life or your land. Oh boy, we choose both. Our life and our land. We will not share both. Without a fight. And I think that's not bragging. And that is why the event that will follow in the next couple of days, weeks, and months will prove it and will prove me right. And when I'm proved right, some of you, the naysayers, Nigeria will prove you wrong. That don't build your hope, don't expect anything. As long as you expect Nigeria to surprise you, may Nigeria just surprise you tomorrow. Something to share about. You'll be disappointed. And that is where I am coming from. So I'm going to see you some other time. Oh, Elena. Thank you very much, Elena. You have another super chat up, which I caught up now. So I'm going to read it out before I go. Never trust anything that comes from those Fulani's mouth. They use every tactic under the sun. Sometimes they pretend to be on your side, but it's tactics. So we keep agitating. I love that. What I'm saying there is that these are guys who, one way or the other, they have done everything. They've sent threats. They've they've intimidated their usual way, the verbal threat and all of that. But when they realize that they stand no chance of making anybody feel scared, like they'll start killing people and all of that. Of course, they'll be backtracking. They know they can no longer live in the same country with the Biafrans. Biafrans will tell you, you can no longer live in the same country with them. How do you settle that? Referendum. Referendum is not war, okay? You let the people decide. That is what they don't want to happen. But we are glad if they say they are in court. That means they are putting in a legal way. Great. If the IPOB go to court and say, we want referendum, they will say, which court could give you that judgment? So if Buhari clan take IPOB and Nigeria to court, that Nigeria should let Biafrans go, Baba, that is a bit, my dear sister, sorry, that is a bit more than just them pretending now. It doesn't matter anymore. You will force them to keep making mistakes until they let everybody go. Until everybody goes their way. All right. Thank you so much for that, Elena. I'm going to see you all again tomorrow. Sorry I couldn't take calls tonight, okay? For sure, we can do that some other time. So my friends, you have a good evening, okay? And good night from here.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.
súraki ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ìfóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súraki ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.